Listen what the professor said to the Maverick. They read it. Him say, quoting Simões now, him said the philosophy is the matter. We have to hold on to the ball. We have to occupy midfield better because it is the brain of the game.
False hopes are more dangerous than fears. This is a quote written by J.R.R. Tolkien, as it links directly to the now and existing situation of the Jamaica men's national team that will have to play 2 more games to qualify for the FIFA Men's World Cup. Is it a possibility? Seeing that oftentimes those who are in charge of the Jamaica Football Federation continues to sugarcoat problems, or let's say sell hopes without fixing the real problems, therefore damaging the minds, soul, and hearts of fans. And when we see the performances on the pitch, it just had more and more stress. Many persons have talked about the game against Curacao. Many persons have talked about other topics, but it is time for Premier 7 to have a say. Greetings and welcome to Premier 7, everyone. I am your host, Ryan Nelson, coming to you today with a very, very important topic relating to the Jamaica men's national team. I am not here to provide you with a problem, because why would I want to add to that? But definitely, I am here with a solution as to how Jamaica still can qualify for the World Cup in 2026 by way of a 4-month World Cup qualification plan. I mean, the 18th was one of the worst days in many, many Jamaican fans' lives. For those who managed to go to the stadium, for those who managed to stay at home, once you call yourself a yardie, it was absolutely disgraceful, absolutely disappointing, painful, without a doubt. It took me a few days to even decide on what I am going to do in regards to Jamaica football, because I was absolutely furious when it came to that final whistle. I mean, I was doing a live stream and I ended the stream before the whistle was blew because people, my head was full of steam. And to be honest, I will not say congrats to Curacao. It may sound as if I am not a sportsman, but guess what? I don't care about that. We should have made it to the World Cup, and this is another chance. Jamaica love when things hard, it seems. But let me just dive into the meat of the matter and see how well I can provide Jamaica with some solutions in making the team qualify for the World Cup. The fact is that we will be playing against New Caledonia, and if we get through, then the big bad DR Congo, who played last against Nigeria, who managed to go to this playoff. One game they have to play, and they will train extremely hard to qualify. Jamaica, please take a page out of this country's book, because guess what? If you don't, just forfeit the two games, or the one and possible two games that you will have to play. Now, people, I hope that you are coping like myself here, because I had to give myself some time, because I wish not to express myself on air in that manner as a dark and foolish football fan. Because I don't like to lose games, right? But the fact is that no, stick around to hear what I have to say, because Premier 7 is that platform that presents contents to you in a fair and unbiased perspective. You're seeing on screen though, the channel have 2,638 subscribers. I'm on the road to 3,000. So if you would like to subscribe, then you can go ahead and do what is necessary. No, people, Jamaica needs an instant impact coach, not a long project. This is the first point. The first point. I mean, if this coach that we're going to bring in is capable to get Jamaica over the line, then assessments can be done, and then see how well that person can stay around and build the football in Jamaica. People keep saying, give a coach time, or we need long-term system. Not no, but that is normally a general talk in football. I mean, we have 4 months, not years. Jamaica needs a coach who can step in immediately and simplify tactics, organize the backline, enforce discipline, build confidence, deliver results under pressure. This is crisis management. We need a proven leader fast. And I mean, I emphasize on the key. Well, let me create emphasis on this. Enforce discipline. Mir said players went to party before the game. Maybe not the same day before, but maybe a few days before. And when the team lost, players went to party. Should I call the names? I will not, because some of you guys, or you guys would have already know those names. I'm telling you something. It proves that these players are not disciplined. It proves that these players do not trust the Jamaica Football Federation system. Because if they did, and there was consequences, they would have never done something like that. Look at this. Now, I don't know what kicked that off, but I am talking about Jamaica football. Bowser, Shamar Nicholson, I heard that he have the nickname now, or some persons gave him the nickname Rima Satan. So funny of a name. Why is he behaving like that? I am not pointing fingers at Bowser directly, but I am talking about enforcing discipline. Why is Shamar Nicholson behaving like that? It could be the fault of the police officer or officers. It could be the fault of the Jamaica football players and their entourage. But that is not something I want to see from players who are supposed to be top players. I applaud Damian Lowe for being a professional in that case. And I would say one of the coaching staffs. But Jamaica football is absolutely atrocious. It is absolutely rubbish. Yeah, man, big rubbish. And people, I have more to say now because it's not all about the players. My main target is those who sits at the top. Yeah, Yadi, I am not afraid to say what I have said in the past, but I will not be disrespectful on my show here because guess what? I am teaching those who are in charge of Jamaica Football Federation to represent their brand well. And speaking about representing the brand well, I just believe that this person, Rudolph Speed, will get the job. If we're being realistic, this man, Rudolph Speed, I think they will get the job. Well, he will get the job. And let me just bring up something that really shows me why he is more so the considerable option. But is it the case that Rudolph Speed was the person who decided that I am going to take the job if I should get it? I mean, he's not the only person who, if given the chance, would not accept it. They would, because maybe Rene Simões may come back. But guess what? Simões, Butler, different roles you guys would have to play. But this is something that proves to me that the considerable option is a Rudolph Speed.
The coach has verbally said to me that he has resigned. So I have actually accepted that. So we will put an interim coach in place.
Absolutely madness. Uno can't come about bringing interim manager in place and then think that we as fans are crazy. Let me say something before I talk about Rudolph Speed thing in depth. You see, Coach Steve McLaren is a failure. But do you believe that he failed just like that? Do you believe that Steve McLaren just decided to take up a resignation paper and instantly read it? That was something that was planned. Something or some things were taking place behind the scenes that affected this coach. He's a soft-hearted person, and then he realizing, boy, what else can I do? I have to leave. If JFF was running the football better, this coach may not have been employed by way of Rudolph Speed decision. This coach, if he was still around, then Jamaica will be at the World Cup. I wouldn't have to be here talking about this video, but it is necessary. This coach, for me personally, was sabotage in a way, not being able to do what makes sense. I mean, he makes poor decisions. He won't escape. The players are atrocious, but something happened that led to that instant resignation. And he had to go. He had to go, but there was nothing to say then it was solely on Coach Steve McLaren. But guess what? Just like how we say thanks to Emerald Grimson, the same for Coach McLaren. But guess what? JFF staffs, if it was a wish for us to let them go, we should say yes. Back to Rudolph Speed. Rudolph Speed should not be considered. The same person who brought in Coach McLaren, and then he became technical advisor. It proves then that he's part of the problem. Jamaica cannot repeat that mistake with World Cup chances on the line. We're not cats. We don't have 9 lives. We get 2 lives right here. This is not personal, but it's about direction, stability, and results. Right now, Jamaica needs fresh leadership and a coach with a full authority. I'm going to bring about a coach, maybe not into this video, but his name will be mentioned down the line. But people, look at this. This is what was posted on the Stars. The disappointment. We're very disappointed. Speed says they're all at fault for Reggae Boyz' failure to secure automatic World Cup berth. Look at the comments. Pack your bag and go just like Steve. You need to walk as well. Resign. We ask Andrew to give us a statue. A shake-up needs to happen from the top all the way down. Isn't this obvious that Mr. Speed is a part of the problem as well? It is obvious that this statement from him now is unacceptable by fans. Me not take that from you, brother. You need to go on. But realistically speaking, he will not go. He will not go because reality always speaks more than what we can even think. But as time progresses, the sadness and the pain will still be here because we have to wait until a few more months. But the plan, I have the solutions. But for them to follow me, they won't because who am I? I'm just a fan, isn't it? But Rudolph Speed, you need to go on. This is the solution part of the video. And if you are this far, thank you very much. The type of coach Jamaica needs now. We need someone with Concacaf experience, knows the region, the opponents, and the referees. I mean, we're not going to play against a Concacaf team, but Concacaf experience means that you would understand how the teams, big nations in Concacaf, can go about in beating teams like, say, Canada is a top team, Mexico is a top team, USA is a top team, capable to beat Congo. Short-term success ability, thrive in qualifiers, playoffs, and pressure situations. So a coach who have these attributes will make a lot of sense. Strong discipline, no politics, no favoritism. If JFF is like that, for which it is factual, this coach should not allow JFF to ruin him. And if him says a JFF for the foolishness, brother, walk away, even without pay. Yeah, man. You want to go to World Cup? It is a big chance these players don't understand what World Cup means. It seems. Because if they did, they would have won that game. Back to base. Simple but effective tactics. No more rubbish long balls. And Richard King was really sickening that game. Cephas was our set to be main player. 3 players marking Cephas. Be a long ball. Coach McLaren, that was on you. And I can say the reason why it was on him because he's a coach. The same game that England lost to Croatia in 2008. Beckham was on the bench. One of your best players was on the bench, and it was the same thing reflected on Whisper. And the indiscipline of our players on the pitch, not using the midfield, but trying to put the ball long, really proves how much of a rubbish coach Steve McLaren is and how much of a rubbish appointment it was, and how incompetent the JFF is. Because if that wasn't the case, even if we employ the Trinidad coach, your White York, we would have been to the World Cup. Because Trinidad play better football than Jamaica. And I'm sure Trinidad is happy that we're not there. I'm sure as God live it, Trinidad happy to Jamaica and make it. But anyway, not throwing any shades. But back to this part. Player management skills. Unify local and overseas talent quickly. Shout out to Mr. Maverick, Horal Tracey. He spoke to Rene Simões, and Rene Simões is a coach like this, as he said, quoted Mr. Tracey. If we get a coach like Rene Simões right now, Jamaica may have that better chance to go to World Cup because he would have identified players coming to different games in Jamaica, pick a player, even if a skimmage, it wouldn't be skimmage, but playing in the Premier League then, pinpoint that person and say, you may go build for the midfield, you know, because Jamaica has not yet 5 and 8. What if the new coach will get back Ravel Morrison? Don't talk about Greenwood, I won't. But Ravel Morrison is he the prodigal son? Maybe he's a player that maybe if Rene Simões was around, he would have been in the squad, but there are many more options. Rene Simões also expressed that build a team with including local players, but do not discard overseas players because that's what other nations do. France, England, you name it. You cannot ignore the importance of overseas players. You have to have a mixture in that team. And guess what? It could be a quick fix. This is exactly what Jamaica needs to do for 4 months. And I know they won't listen, but guess what? Premier 7 is that channel that has to do what makes sense. Fix leadership and communication. No. Football is leadership. Remove interference, give the coach full control, communicate with overseas players professionally, set a clear selection policy, create standards across all departments. People, I hope you remember these things. And JFF, me know so not gonna ignore the YouTubers then because when they block YouTubers from the last time when YouTubers are go hard power on the butt. I am not the person who run up in on but I respect you guys. But fact is just fact. You guys are not doing a good job. So no more confusion like the McLaren situation. 4 months, we have 4 months to make a difference. This interim manager that they're talking about, oh my God. Oh my God. People, the thing is, we have some coaching options that we can go for. And I'm going to give you a few. Right? The coaches that will fit the profile. John Herdman from Canada took Canada to the World Cup. Concacaf expert. You have Stephen Hart, organized respect proven in regional qualifiers. Carlos Quiroz, elite defensive organizer, short-term specialist. Paul All, Mr. Paul All, understand Jamaica, effective man manager if given full authority. 2 names I would think about. John Herdman, I think he won't take the job. It would be like a Zidane, who Manchester United would want to come in and fix things when it is atrocious. I think this man will refuse. He should have gotten the job then when Jamaica let go of Emerald Grimson. Maybe they tried, but they did not convince him. And would he come now? I doubt that. But Paul All maybe would say, if you don't give me full control, man. But people, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing my job here, people. I am just doing my job. Can we beat Congo? Why am I talking about Congo? Talk about New Caledonia. I think they're ranked 120. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I'm accurate with that. Congo rank about 50. Jamaica rank about 60 plus 70. People, it will not be easy, because these teams, they really want to crush anyone that comes in their way. But does Jamaica have that mindset of wanting to qualify for the World Cup? I don't think so, These players are cartoons. Yeah, man, they're a big puppy show, man. But with a proper coach, you will see the better players getting the opportunities. New Caledonia is no pushover though. Disciplined, organized, and will defend compact. Like a Curacao in that case. Jamaica must break them down effectively, control position, and finish chances. We can't score goals. We can't hold position. We're gonna lose. The coach will get half a saver with this. Congo, in the final match, is extremely dangerous. Athletic, fast, very physical. They counter-attack really well, can punish mistakes. This last match will take decision from the best team who will qualify. Well, this is going to be a final decider though. So Jamaica must prepare tactically, mentally, and physically. So when you get someone who's strong, fast, even this, and and then they work on them IQ. But the IQ has to be a part of it, because anyone who faces Congo will get a hard game coming down. For the 4 months that we have, it's not enough, but we have to at least have about 2 to 3 mini camps, fixed defensive and midfield partnership, fitness program for all players, video analysis of players locally and abroad. I mean, we have to have those analysis of player opponents as well. We have to assess them, simplify tactics, and build confidence. Of course, confidence says a lot. Strengthen leadership in the squad. You don't need years. You just need clarity, structure, and consistency. People. But if only we can act now. Hire the right coach. Remove confusion. Improve communication. Build unity. Prepare tactically and mentally for New Caledonia and Congo. Because Congo, we can beat New Caledonia. We just need the players to score goals and make sense of the midfield. We need about 5 to 6 players now. Yes, man, that's a sure thing. And build the unity, prepare tactically and mentally for these teams. The next 4 months will decide our World Cup fate. I don't think we're going through enough. But if this plan is followed, then we can make it. Family, put comments below. Subscribe if you can. I mean, who should lead Jamaica? Who should lead Jamaica? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I have a video coming up as to who I would choose, or as to who can make a difference. Same thing. So you all take care. Goodbye, people. Until we meet again, I'm hoping that this video will be one that many of you guys will see as very important. So goodbye, take care for now.